It's a bad word.
Three, two, one. All the way from down under. How are you, brother? What's going on?
I'm good.
Good to see you again, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're on a wild, magical mystery tour of the United States of America here.
It's been amazing.
With your kids, you cute little kids.
Yeah, they're
Daughter's
cute. They're
damn
cute
adorable.
if they're not your own.
Mine are adorable. I love kids, but you
know, to the desert, it's just insane.
Does Australia have any mountains?
Yeah, heaps. Yeah, everyone
really?
thinks Australia's just like this fucking flat piece of sand, don't they?
Yeah,
but it's not.
There's
heaps. There's heaps of mountain ranges and shit. So,
really?
Yeah, yeah.
How tall do they get?
I don't know the height, but they're up there.
Like a real mountain, like Rocky Mountain.
Like a real mountain, like Rocky Mountain. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, let me tell you something. Your 28 days that you did in the Rocky Mountains out here that we put on Instagram, you know, we're promoting it constantly.
Yeah.
That was like one of the most talked about. I got calls from all my friends. Bert Kreischer was fucking obsessed with you. he wouldn't stop calling me about it. He's like, the fucking guy's by himself. The video with him with the grizzly bear and he's pointing the gun at it. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
The fucking weirdest thing is that's normal shit. It is. That's very normal,
yes.
But society's so removed from it now.
Well, if you're out there, it's normal to get false charged by a grizzly bear.
Yeah,
that is
you're living with nature, yeah.
It's one good reason not fucking be out there.
I was talking with Kim about this. We hiked into the back of Montana to the spot that's usually got a bunch of grizzly bears that I go to. And we're talking about you, how you won't come out to Australia hunting because you're just scared of everything. The difference is, when you're walking around the mountains here, it can happen at any point because fucking grizzly bears have got feet. They walk on land. In Australia, you pretty much have to go into the water. So you're only worried about that when you go to collect water or you're thinking about having a wash or something. Here, it's full time.
For whatever reason, it doesn't bother me as much to get killed and eaten by a bear than it does a giant saltwater crocodile.
It should. I reckon the crocodile would be nicer.
What?
Yeah, it'd be nicer. It'd like grab you, drag you down. You'd drown anyway, you know, and then it would do what it wants with you. A grizzly bear's gonna fucking maul you, scratch your face off, bite your neck, take chunks out of you. It's gonna be longer, dude.
Yeah, but it's American.
It's all right. We don't want no foreign shit eating us.
I ain't fucking no foreigners eating me. There's something about grizzly bears that's the most terrifying things that they just eat you. They don't kill you first. They just hold you down and start eating you.
Yeah, yeah.
They treat you the same way they treat a salmon. You know, when you see them hold down a salmon and they take big bites out of it, they don't make sure they kill that salmon.
There's no nice thought behind it. You know, it's like, I'll finish it off first and then.
No.
Yeah. Did you see the mountain lion that I ended up hunting when I was out here?
I did, yeah.
And like mountain lions usually kill their prey, but it obviously grabbed the calf and it was eating this calf while it was still alive, like a beef cow calf.
Yeah, I saw the video of that.
Yeah, pretty disturbing. Ugh. And then I seen one not long ago, someone shared with me with a mountain lion dragging a mule deer down. It's like chomping on this mule deer before it actually dies, you know, and it's like there's just not that thought process there. There's not that human, you know.
No, as long as they make sure that they have it as a meal and it's not going anywhere, they'll just start eating.
It's done.
Yeah, wolves do the same thing. Some friends were elk hunting and they came across this elk who these wolves had torn the back legs apart and it was in the river and the wolves were eating it while it was in the river, and the thing was moaning and screaming. It couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And it was bull elk.
Yeah.
In the water. And they just
pretty horrible for us, but nature don't give a fuck.
Standard for them. I mean, it's, have you encountered any wolves when you're out there?
Yeah, plenty of times. Yeah. The first time I went to Canada was Northwest Territories, and there was a pack of wolves that they were chasing a caribou bull, and they pretty much chased this thing to like a lather of sweat, you know, like this is in winter. So the caribou bull got really hot and they chased it into the freezing cold river and they sort of surrounded it in the river and then they just left it and they walked off, you know, and it wasn't that they were walking away from their kill. They knew the job was done. The wolves went back up high and they got onto these rocky benches and sat in the sun and were like drying out themselves and cooling down and drying out. And this caribou never left the river. It was like just quivering in the river. And then that afternoon when we come back, that caribou was just a carcass with like flesh hanging off the ribs on the side of the river. So they come back down once the river had done its job and ate them.
Wow.
Smart as hell, eh?
That's really crazy that they're that intelligent, that they know it's over. They're like, oh, okay, he's in the water.
Yeah.
He's in the water.
We can chill now.
Let's go dry off.
Yeah.
That is bananas.
Yeah, crazy, eh?
They're so wise. People that I know that have seen them in the forest say they look at you a different way.
Yeah.
They look at you, there's a way they look through you. They look at you in a way like, almost like, they think that that's the reason why the myth of the werewolf exists, is that people that have these terrifying encounters with wolves, they swear that it's part human.
Yeah,
because
like you peers and into you.
Yeah, they're looking into you, they're figuring you out. You know? If you're lucky, you live 5 years old, right? You get this hard scrabble life out there chasing much larger animals than you, and you got to kill them with your face.
Yeah. Make it happen or die. Yeah, crazy. I had a pack of like 30 wolves this last trip that I was in BC, and they kept coming around camp. We had horses and that in camp, and one day I ventured out to try and get onto them and get a better look at them, and they just, without seeing me, they just kept this perfect range. You know, like they'd howl back to me. I was trying to call them in. I was howling. They'd howl back to me, and they'd just keep this perfect range. And you could tell the whole time they were communicating, because there'd be another wolf or a couple of wolves that were like a couple of miles in the other direction, and you could hear them moving the same pattern that the rest of these wolves were. And I got eyes on them from a distance. They walked across a nice lake, and other than that, I never really seen them, but I guarantee you those wolves looked at me a bunch of times. Like, they're just a different hunter, dude.
Yeah, they're probably just trying to figure out what they can do with you.
Yeah, such an eerie feeling too. So it's like snow, and it's like way in the backcountry of British Columbia, and like I'm going up on these mountains. It's like big pine trees and everything like that, and just every direction around you'd howl, and you'd hear them do. It sounds like a bark. It's not. It's like this short howl. And then every now and then you'd hear one howl different, and you could tell that that was the alpha. This the sound that it was letting out, dude, was like eerie and awesome place to be. If you're in the nature, like crazy place to be. If you're not into nature, fucking your nightmare. Like, yeah.
Well, the thing about them that's so fascinating about them is they're cooperative, and they almost are. They know what to do without even communicating. They know what to do. They have plans and strategies. They know how to box someone in and circle around. Like if an animal's running in a certain direction, they get out in front of it. They know what to do.
They know what to do, yeah. So there end up being a set of caribou tracks that I end up getting onto and following, and every wolf track was a certain, you know, section apart from that, and they were funneling it into this big drainage. It's getting dark, but I would have loved to have kept following and seen if they actually, like, they're efficient. Yeah. Good chance they end up catching that caribou, you know, and killing it.
Yeah. Well, it's really interesting seeing them adapt to once in 1994 when they got reintroduced to Yellowstone, seeing them readapt to the whole West and really expand and
just
kind of take it over.
They dominated it. Yeah, it's crazy.
We were talking recently about Wyoming. There was this one surplus kill. These wolves had run across cows, elk cows.
Я твою маму ебал, мазафак, бля.
Just slaughtering.
Yeah,
ты черт, бля.
Спасибо. They couldn't get away, so these wolves just
такой добряк, бля, я его все,
didn't even eat them.
Без оружия.
I think it's good practice, and I also think while it's snowy out, they probably figured, look, we'll come back to this.
Yeah.
We'll leave it in a pile.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But that whole nothing ever goes to waste. I suppose if they don't eat it, then a grizzly eats it. If the grizzly don't eat it, birds are eating
Badgers will eat it.
There's something eating it. But
yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, an animal, like, I mean, even if a hunter hits an animal and doesn't recover it, it's not going to waste.
No, that's right. Everything goes back to the earth. I think we've spoken about this before. You know, like the world's the ultimate predator. Like everything's fueling the world. You know, the growth on the earth.
Yeah, really. It's just a fascinating cycle when you're out there and you realize that it doesn't care about 4G or cities or cars.
4G, I'm on LTE, bro. 4G is shit. I remember when 4G was good.
3G.
4G
LTE.
Yeah, that's the one. That's
the good one.
Yeah.
When you're out there in the woods and you're doing these live streams or these Instagram stories, how are you hooking up when you're out there?
Some of them are saved. So some of them are like, I think the last year when I did the solo hike through the Arnhem Land, like the Northern Territory of Australia, that was like a 13-day delay, I think, where every day I was still documenting it, but it wasn't until that I got back into civilization that I was uploading it each day.
So when you do it on your phone, it just saves it on the phone?
I'm just filming it in the normal camera mode and then uploading it. But a lot of places, especially here in the US, when you're up high, like usually I've got half decent reception. I'll do a little bit of research, what's the best provider in the area, ATE, you know, Verizon, whatever it is, and I'll end up getting a SIM card for that, you know, provider. And then usually if I'm up high, it's not too bad, but it just depends where you are. Like backcountry BC, nothing at all.
Oh yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah, Northern Territory, Australia, like Arnhem Land, like nothing at all.
Yeah. What about satellite?
You can't upload data really well from satellite.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the issue. And if you could, you'd want to be freaking rich because it would charge you an arm and a leg.
Yeah, I saw these things at REI. You put them on your backpack. It's like an extender.
Okay, yeah.
And it somehow or another extends your cell phone range.
I used to use them back in the olden days.
Are they legit?
The ones in Australia they were 3G, like Telstra 3G. That's our provider back home. They were pretty good, but you'd have like a big antenna hanging off your back, and I'm not that into it.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was like the size of this caveman nitro can. It wasn't, pretty small.
Yeah.
It would just clip on, and I don't remember exactly the mechanism behind it.
That'd be handy, yeah. If I'm just trying to communicate with home, I've got like a Garmin InReach sort of thing, and you do text off your phone because it like actually goes into your phone, but as far as data goes, it's too slow to do something like Insta stories.
Right. Well, one day, wasn't it Mark Zuckerberg? Wasn't he trying to like put satellites in space to make internet for the whole world?
Yeah, it feels like we need it.
They stopped doing that once Congress started going.
Well, I know for sure one of them they had in one of the Tesla rockets that went up that exploded. Remember one?
Oh, really?
One didn't make it or something like that.
Yeah, SpaceX.
And they had stuff in that one, I believe. I don't think that's ruined it, but it probably put a big halt on it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I always think how you can be so much unorganized now, like with work and stuff, because of where phones and that are. But I remember, like in the construction industry, that morning that you left to work, you had to be highly friggin' organized because there wasn't you had to go back to a payphone if you wanted to call someone. No one wanted to do that, especially from a work site. That now it's just that whole. I just remember when emails come on phone, I was like, holy shit, I can save some time now. Like that was a massive breakthrough for business, being able to do that. And then, but it's also nice to step away from that every now and then. Like some hunts, I'm really looking forward to going to because there isn't any reception, you know, and you get away from emails, business, work, phone calls, all the shit. It's just you and nature, you know.
Yeah.
It's sort of nice to be like that.
Well, just even life. I think we're all spending too much time on our phones, too much time being connected. And two of my friends, Ari Shafir and Bert Kreischer, hired companies to take over their social media.
Yeah.
They don't look at their social media at all. What they do is they'll post something by sending it to them.
Oh.
Like say if he has a tour coming up, like hey, you know, I'm gonna be in Sacramento, blah blah blah. He sends it to them. They take that, they put it up. He doesn't see it at all. He doesn't pay attention to a second of it.
That sort of sounds nice.
Yeah, I'm thinking it does.
Yeah.
You know, I've been better at it over the last like couple months than I ever have before, by just leaving the phone alone and not touching it and just hanging out.
Yeah, I'll do certain posts where I don't even look back on it.
Good.
It's just like, cool, posted it, the content's out there. If people want to look at it, they can look at it. If they don't want to look at it, change the channel, go and look at something different. But then every now and then there's one that I like to look at the engagement with and stuff like that, which is good.
Yeah.
But you know, there's always like, there's 10% fuckwits out there that are gonna, it's true, there's like 10%. So I've been looking at it.
I don't even think it's that high. I don't even think it's that high.
How many followers you got? Like how many people would tune into an Instagram post of yours each day?
I don't know.
Just a guess.
I have
a couple of 100,000 at least.
I have 5.5 million Instagram followers.
Okay. So say 1% of them wakes up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yeah.
Just 1% wakes up on the wrong side of the bed and wants to be fucking mentioned.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
And then your post is the first post they see. You're gonna get some shit there.
Yeah.
And you know, we're all ignorant if we think that everyone's just gonna get along. Like that's never gonna fucking happen, is it? And it's never happened. But I feel like it's getting worse
Really?
Yeah, because you can't punch someone in the face anymore. Like, it's true. If someone gets mouthy, especially in Australia, it was only going back so many years ago. If someone gets mouthy, you confront them, and if they want to go at it, let's go at it. I'll get in trouble if I do that now.
Yeah.
You know, you're the one that gets in trouble. Even though they've been a smart ass, now you're the one that gets in trouble.
Rogan, always a pleasure to be back in the... What I love is that you kept this studio the same as the old one, because the vibe was perfect.
I tried to recreate it. I felt like as long as we had the desk, we have the heart.
Yep.
We have the heart of the studio. The rest of it's just stuff.
And Jamie, the heart.
And Jamie.
Fucking guy does.
There's something about... I really think that when you use a desk for a long time, there's something about desks. Like, if you found out, like, Hunter S. Thompson's desks was for sale.
Yeah.
You'd be like, holy shit.
Fuck
I want to get my hands on that thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's got some ooze.
Right.
You know, he wrote on this?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, nice old, one of those old, like, railway station roll-top desks.
Yeah. Oh, those are the best.
Yeah. I'm going to protect my shit when I'm out so nobody reads my journal.
One of my all-time favorite photos of him was him typing in Big Sur, like sitting on, like, this outside table typing. I think he's on the edge of a cliff or something like that. In the background you see the water.
Yeah.
You know that photo, Jamie? Yeah, that's it right there.
Oh, look at that. With the pipe.
Dude,
yeah.
That is one of the most iconic writing photos of all time.
Yeah.
Hunter S. Thompson with hair, with a typewriter in front of the water at Big Sur in probably like 1960 something.
And you know his schedule. Did you ever read his schedule, his daily schedule?
Not only did I read it,
you lived it.
I read it on air, and I might have read it on air with you.
Yeah, I think you did.
It's a self-portrait.
Oh, wow.
So he took the picture himself by setting it up.
Wow.
So this was in...
I mean, it's what it's listed as.
This is in Big Sur. That was when he was in, like, the early stages of his eruption. That was, like, right around when he was writing Hell's Angels, probably.
Yeah.
61? Yeah. That motherfucker was unique.
Yeah.
Did you ever see his documentary?
No.
There's a couple of really good ones. But the one that was the mainstream one, what was that?
Gonzo.
Yeah.
Gonzo.
Yeah, it was called Gonzo. And then there was another one that was made by BBC that's really good too. But Yeah, if you get a hold of fucking Hemingway's desk, like, wow.
Yeah.
Hemingway may be like worth too much. You wouldn't want to write on it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it's Hemingway's desk. Like, I can't write on this fucking thing.
Yeah.
If it was Hunter's desk, I'd totally write on it.
Well, first you scrape the excess Coke off the top.
Just lick it.
Lick it off. Wipe the jism from the underside of the table. Get the vag sauce off the sides.
Yeah. What about his typewriter? How much do you think his typewriter went
Yeah.
for? Hemingway's house and hangouts preserved in Havana. Wow. So they preserved where he lived.
And I wonder if that's where he killed himself. I think he was in Cuba when he killed himself.
Wow. Yeah, man. His style of writing and like that whole bravado that went with him, he was a different cat. He was like a you thought of him as like an aggressive male writer. Like that's an odd thing, like Hemingway.
Right.
You know, he was aggressive.
Yeah.
It wasn't, I mean, even Stephen King, for all his most horrific depictions of violence and gore and terror in his books, he's not thought of as like this imposing physical thing.
Well, Hemingway was in the war.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He
elderly age.
He used to go skiing in the winter in I think it was Switzerland, and they would all there was no chairlifts back then, so you would fucking grab your 50-pound skis and walk up the side of the Alps.
Jesus Christ.
For like a half a day to take one fucking run, and he would do that every day.
That must be amazing for you.
Yeah.
God damn. The kind of exercise, like carrying skis uphill in the snow.
Yeah.
That's incredible exercise. Like I bet they were jacked. I bet those skiers from the olden days.
Yeah.
They had to be like crazy athletes.
Yeah. And the skis were long back then. They were like twice as long as they are now.
When did anybody figure out a ski lift?
I don't know. But, I mean, Hemingway would have been skiing in, what, the 1930s?
1927.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
They walk uphill and then ski down. You have to be dedicated.
How good are you ever going to get? I mean, normally you do, in a day, maybe you do a dozen runs going up a couple miles. And this one you do one run. That's it.
Yeah, you got to be dedicated. Try getting a lazy person to do that. Lazy people will ski. You know what I mean? Because you just kind of get into it and you can la-di-da-di-da.
Yeah.
You don't have to like get crazy.
Right.
You can just ski like I'm not good, so I ski like a lazy person.
Yeah.
I just like don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, didn't fall. Like, that's literally me skiing. Because I've had knee surgery.
Yeah.
I've had 3 knee surgeries.
It's crazy. It's crazy how quickly you can fuck up your body skiing. I've skied my whole life, never had an injury, and I ski hard.
That's
I hit
amazing.
every fucking jump I can find.
You might be the only one that I know that, like, my friend Matt, he broke his ankle. Ari broke his ankle, and it happened in the course of like just a year.
Yeah. 2
friends at school, parents at school, blew out their ACLs. Ow!
Yeah.
You don't want to do that when you're 43. You don't.
Right, that's the thing is you
It's
get to a
annoying.
certain age and the risk reward, because injuries take so much longer to heal.
Yeah.
And you have so much less time to live. The math doesn't work anymore
Yeah.
to ski.
You gotta protect your knees if you can.
Yeah.
Your knees are so goddamn important. Whenever people have like hurt knees and they keep working out, I always cringe.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, I'm not gonna get it fixed. I'm just gonna rehab it. I'm like, what are you talking about rehabbing? You're not rehabbing. You're just gonna ignore the fact you don't have an ACL.
Yeah.
Like rehabbing.
Yeah.
Was it gonna fix? It's not gonna. You don't have the stability in your knee. So there's a lot of guys who blow it out and they keep exercising and they just chew the inside of their knee apart.
Yeah. Yeah, I got something going on in the inside of my left knee for 2 fucking months. If I try to squat down, it kills. There's like a tendon on the inside of the knee. And so I'm going to start some physical therapy this week to try to figure it out. Because I haven't exercised in fucking 2 months.
Just because of this one thing?
Well, what am I going to do?
No,
I do more cardio. I don't really lift that much.
Have you ever thought about getting like PRP or Genekine or anything into it?
Oh, no. What's that?
Well, PRP is platelet-rich plasma, and what they do is they take your blood, and there's some sort of a process they do, and they separate it, and then they take this platelet-rich plasma and they inject it into the wounded area, and accelerates healing.
Yeah.
A lot of people have really good results with that.
Yeah.
And then there's this stuff called vagenikine that's like platelet-rich plasma, but it's apparently the next step up, and what they do is they heat your blood, and by heating it, it produces something. For sure, if you're a doctor, I'm so sorry I'm butchering this. If you're a scientist, but I think it produces some sort of anti-inflammatory serum because your blood is reacting to the heat.
Right.
Here it explains. I've had this done, and it was really effective.
Really?
Yeah, serum removed from the layer, cultured with glass beads so that white blood cells produce IRAP, which is a natural anti-inflammatory.
Glass beads going into your knee?
I don't understand what that's saying. It says serum is removed from this layer and cultured with glass beads. So it's removed after the platelet-rich plasma. So they make the platelet-rich plasma, they get the serum, and then they culture it so that the white blood cells produce this natural anti-inflammatory. So they trick the white blood cells, I guess, maybe for lack of a better word. Anyway, so this shit, it's really good for accelerating your recovery process for an injury. Like a lot of people like to do it like while if they get surgery, and they have some of this done too. It accelerates the healing. It provides you with, it's actually natural, so you don't have to worry about it. Just an extra boost of healing.
Yeah.
For weird neck injuries and back injuries, people like it for. It's really good for lower back injuries. A lot of it is inflammation, you know.
And so then is it local? They shoot the blood into the area?
Yeah.
It's hurt?
Yeah, it's freaky. They put this little needle in you, and then they screw the blood cap in there, and it's like now it's yellow. It's like this yellow serum. They squirt it into your back. And woo.
Damn.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird.
Think they would do my cock?
Yeah, they'll thicken it up for you.
But I want your blood in my cock.
Dude, I don't know if that's legal. You can sell all kinds of things, right? But you can't sell somebody your own blood.
Is that right?
I don't think so. Do you think you can sell your own blood? I mean, if you go to like a blood bank, right?
I'm sure there's a website you could probably do.
Yeah.
Do you think so? Oh, like a dark web type
like
deal?
That whole myth about selling people's kidneys.
Yeah.
I'm sure William Shatner would be doing it if he could.
No, I don't think you could just, like, if someone was selling blood, like there's a lot of those enterprising young gals on the internet that sell like dirty socks.
Oh yeah.
They'll they sell toenail clips and shit. It's like, I'm not kidding, man. I'm not kidding.
Yeah. Nothing goes to waste.
No, nothing goes. Blood for sale. India's illegal red market. What is this, Jamie? Oh, this is they're doing it like medically though.
In an alleyway.
Yeah, but that's how they do it there. Man, that's
is there still a ban on Haitian people and gay people giving blood?
That's a very good question. Because they've gotten so close to stopping HIV that they can get it like not. Correct me if I'm wrong. They can get it like to the point where you can't even detect it.
Oh yeah.
Which is incredible.
Yeah, and then now in the third world, because my friend Peter Current, he lives in Zimbabwe, and Mozambique, and he used to work for the health department in LA County. He was the guy that was in charge of AIDS prevention, and so he got a job working over in Africa, and he said that you can now not cure, but stabilize somebody with HIV with a pill that's like $60 a month or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, they've got the price way down in Africa now.
That's incredible. Why is there so many cases of HIV in Africa?
Well, I think when nutrition is poor, then there's more cutting and bleeding.
Because I had heard that a lot of what you see in terms of like, if they're talking about AIDS in Africa, that it's very easy to put AIDS, put that category AIDS, that sometimes it's just people with damaged immune systems from a host of different diseases. That it's sometimes that people aren't getting tested. I always wonder, like, how many of those people are tested for HIV?
Right.
What is But the fact that a guy like Magic Johnson has had it since, remember when you heard Magic Johnson had it, I was in a panic.
Yeah.
I felt like it was a zombie movie, like it's happened, it started, and then people are just gonna get it, we're all gonna die of AIDS. Everybody, when our generation, when you and I were like 21, that's what everybody thought. Everyone's gonna die from AIDS.
Right.
Now Magic Johnson looks great.
Yep.
He's still alive.
Yep.
Think of how many people have died who didn't have HIV, and we're worried about this one thing.
I remember he wanted to play the All-Star game, and all the players were like, "Nah, I'm good." It's gonna be a slam dunk contest by the end of this.
Dude, Jesus Christ.
But
what did fucking Damon Wayans used to have a bit about Dennis Rodman? Dude, it was about Dennis Rodman spitting in Magic Johnson's mouth to accelerate his symptoms. He's like, if he wanted to try to get hardcore with him. I hope Damon's, I'm a huge Damon Wayans fan, so I hope I'm not butchering his bit.
Yeah.
But I think that was one of, I know that was his line. I'll spit in your mouth and accelerate your symptoms. Dude, Damon Wayans, in my opinion, is like one of the most ignored greats.
I agree 100%. I used to open for him sometimes. And twice, I remember him coming in on a Thursday night. It was Thursday to Sunday at Faneuil Hall Comedy Connection. Thursday night he comes in, fucking yellow pads. He goes up and just regurgitates a new hour. And gets okay laugh for a new hour. Friday night, he comes back, tighter. Sunday night, it's like he would fucking destroy him with a new hour. It was crazy.
He's really good, man.
Yeah.
He would go out, he would just go up at the comedy store and literally let whatever thought came into his head. He would take that sets. And he would take that stuff and he would turn that stuff.
Run.
Yeah. And for whatever reason, I think he just got into doing sitcoms more.
Right.
Hey.
He was like, nah, fuck it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he's that's an interesting family, man. They grew up in the projects in Manhattan.
Dude, talent in that family.
Yeah.
Keenan, Damon, Marlon, Sean. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's a lot of killers.
Kim.
And isn't Damon's son doing stand-up too now?
Yeah.
Dude.
Damon Jr., right?
What a crazy family.
I know.
That's a crazy. You better be in show business in that family, or you're doomed.
Yeah. I mean, think about that. It's like,
right? Like, if you want to compete with your brothers, Keenan Ivory Wayans, Damon Wayans, Kim Wayans, Sean Wayans, Marlon Wayans, Damian Dante Wayans, Damian Wayans Jr. That's all of them.
yeah.
All of them in show business. It's amazing.
Yep. Good looking too.
Keenan had a fucking great talk show.
Oh, yeah, he had great writers.
He was really good as a talk show
Yeah,
host.
yeah, he was.
It's a talented fucking family, man.
Yep.
But for whatever reason, man, Damon did this one HBO special. I think he called it his Last Stand. And it was really good, man. It was really good. In the end of it, he just throws the microphone down It says that this is the last time I'm doing this game.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just like he decided he was going to do movies. That's it. Last Stand with a question mark. Yeah. He got, you know, just got into other stuff. But I'm telling you, man, when he was like, go up and above, go that photo, the one, like, that was the stage, the beret wearing stage.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, people forgot. He's one of the best.
Yeah.
One of the best ever. Dude, he would murder. That one particular special is just murderous. He had a lot of great sets.
Yeah.
On television. But just like real original too. Like one of those guys where you watch him and you go, God damn, why did I think of that?
Well, and his voices were so fucking good. You know, a lot of times people do their girlfriend voice and it just sucks. It just sounds like the guy raising his voice. There's no like female intonation to it or anything. And his voices and his wife, girlfriend voice, they're fucking amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, and then of course.
It's like Richard Pryor. It's made Richard Pryor said that.
I mean, he had so many characters in Living Color. How about Handyman? You could never do that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
You could never do that today.
Yeah. A homeless guy.
Dude, that's another show. In Living Color is another show that people forget. They forget how good it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. There's Handyman.
They don't even show reruns of that show, do they? They're afraid.
Can't show reruns of Handyman.
Yeah.
And I remember when it was on TV, man, no one could stop saying, homie, don't play that.
Yeah.
Everybody would say that. Everybody was like, homie, don't play that. It was Homie the Clown. Homie, don't play that. People fucking forgot about Homie the Clown. They should come back, Netflix. Please throw some money at getting
they tried to do it
back on the air.
They just tried to do it, and it all fell apart.
What happened?
I don't know. They had big money, and I don't know if it was going to be the original cast. It might have been part of the original cast.
I bet what happened was Jennifer Lopez didn't want to be a fly girl.
Yeah, right.
She's like, no.
She should jump on that shit. That would be so cool.
Could you imagine if she jumped back in was a fly girl again? Yeah. I mean, how much time would it take? Not that much time.
No, she's there. She's there.
I mean, she probably could dance in her sleep,
yep.
right?
Yep. Damn. I would love that.
She's too big to be a fly girl.
Yeah, but I wonder who else was a fly girl. Any other famous ones?
Dude, that show was so good. I remember watching it. I was playing pool in Yonkers, New York, and I looked up at this TV set, and it was Jim Carrey doing the fire marshal Bill.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
This guy's got a burnt up face. Yeah. That's a character. Rosie Perez was the choreographer for the first 4 seasons.
Wow.
You know, Rosie Perez is a giant boxing fan.
Oh, yeah?
Huge, giant boxing fan.
Huh.
Yeah. Like, people, like, she's like a boxing expert. Not like an expert, like she could train fighters, but, like, people ask her questions about boxing. Right. She's a real enthusiast. That's a better term instead of an expert. I mean, maybe she is an expert. I don't know.
Huh.
But she is always around boxing. I think it's so, because you always think of her as having that cute voice and, you know, and all those comedies, and to see her at, like, boxing matches and really get into it. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And Jim Carrey, I mean, Jesus Christ, he would do the convenience store security guy, and he was just so big and
so
different than, like, I mean, you have to go back to Jerry Lewis to think about somebody doing physical comedy that well.
Yeah, he was a 10. Like, his energy and everything was like the fucking Ace Ventura movie.
Yeah.
Like, that movie was just all performance.
Yeah.
Like, what? Ace Ventura movie. Like, that movie was just all performance.
Yeah.
Like, what? Ace Ventura movie. Like, that movie was just all performance.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Раз.
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 performance.
Yeah.
Раз.
All performance.
Yeah.
Раз.
All performance.
Yeah.
Ага, здорово, Юля. Аня. Привет. Слушайте, решила неожиданно выйти в прямой. Только-только закончили съемку. Думаю, блин, на день рождения не получилось. На съемках что-то пока не получается. В общем, еду, еле язык ворочается. Вот такие дела. Поэтому решила вам показаться. Мне недолго, правда, ехать. Да, всем привет, привет. Мои хорошие, вас давно не слышала, не видела тоже. Значит,
Сегодня у нас, друзья, в гостях актриса, которая, внимание, уже имеет в своей коллекции 2 премии «Кинотавр» за лучшую женскую роль. Это за фильм «Волчок» и фильм «Ко-ко-ко». Несколько дней назад она получила премию гильдии киноведов и кинокритиков России, которая называется «Белый слон». Логично. За роль в фильме «Страна Оз». И она уже за эту же роль номинирована на премию Ника в тот самый момент, когда начинается весенний роль призыв. В фильме «Страна Оз». Встречайте, у нас в гостях неповторимая Яна Троянова. Яна! Добро пожаловать, Яна!
Здравствуйте, я так рада, что я у вас.
Мы очень рады, что вы пришли. Яна, ну расскажите, я вообще ваш суть.